Yeah, I don't want to,
It's fine.
I don't
It's
want
fine.
to yuck your yum. It might be a little too
There's
much.
no face. There's no faces. There's no faces.
I know
It's
there's
good.
no face. It's just so much stimuli. I can't look you in the eyes or in the face or anything. Have you always been that white, by the way? Not to.
This is me from being out in the sun for multiple days. If anything, this is me with some tan.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Did you see we missed I Show Speed at the fair?
What fair was he at?
The fair we were just at. Speed. What? There's a photo in my Discord, my general section of Discord. If you want to pop that up. Speed looks miserable though. There's a photo of him. Hold on, let me pull it up. I'll pop it up for the viewers at home. But he just looks miserable. He's just on the swing, hands at his side, and he's frowning. So I think it's good we didn't do the rides and we just did the food. Do you see the photo?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just doesn't look happy to be there. Have you seen any of his 50 states tour he's doing right now? He's doing a whole 25 or 50-day stream of the entire US, and it's just been the worst.
What state was the fair though? That wasn't actually our fair, was it?
He's because he's trying to go to every state in 50 days. He went to the Oklahoma
was he at
State
the
Fair.
Oklahoma State
Yes,
Fair?
you should have went today.
When was he there?
When
Today?
that was said, yes, he was there today.
I could have seen him.
Yes, I Show Speed was at the Oklahoma State Fair today.
That's crazy.
At 3:00. Yeah, if you look at the photo, yeah, we were just there. I can see the spot where we were
That's
looking for.
insane.
That was next to where we went for the Dubai chocolate funnel cake.
Could you imagine if we were there today, just just yucking it up, and then I Show Speed walks past?
Well, we would see his entourage and his bodyguards and his fans walk past. But I bet that was the most busy day there. Because if you see, there was a clip last week of this stream where, and I feel kind of bad for Speed because from what I've seen, he's eccentric, not for me, but ultimately not necessarily a bad person. But his fans, though, I saw he was at an IHOP trying to eat, and there's all these poor old white people that are just already upset that there's a camera in the vicinity, and one of his viewers headbutts through the glass because they couldn't get in the IHOP, so he just starts headbanging on the glass and it shatters, and Speed's like, well, fuck, guess I'm leaving, not having breakfast today. And you just see all these people just trying to have their IHOP. It was so...
Jesus.
And then there was, when the whole stream started, he basically, I'm pretty sure he fired his whole production team because he hired this $1 million fireworks show, rented the Chesapeake Bay, had all these cheerleaders, and then the camera was just this shitty drone that kept cutting out and pointing at the wrong thing. When he would talk, it would point at a bus, and when he'd stop talking, it would point at him, and it was just... So I think we don't have great production value, but we might be on Speed level. I had to explain to my wife this weekend who Speed and the Rizzler was. Because she's just a normal human being, and I forget that normal human beings just don't know those terms.
Every time I see a Twitter post about a famous musician or uprising actor, I'm I have no idea who that is, but I know who the Rizzler is. So I have to assume everybody under 40 is the same way.
Oh yeah, for sure. The other problem is trying to explain somebody like the Rizzler, because she was like, okay, so explain the Rizzler to me. And I went, okay, you know the Costco guys? And she went, no. And I went, okay, so the Costco guys. And then I had to explain the Costco guys and how they're really good friends with this child that happens. Because I was like, he does the Riz. And she goes, what's that? And then I started, because we were doing that at the fair. And she goes, what was that face thing you were doing? And I was like, you were such a just regular person. It's amazing that we're together with all of my just weird knowledge of the internet.
It's like the old sitcom Family Matters, where they had a throwaway character named Steve Urkel. And then everybody's like, oh, Steve Urkel. And then it turned into the Steve Urkel show. That's the Rizzler.
They eventually did time travel and quantum leap type stuff in that show. Anyway,
I hope the Rizzler also does that.
Gets into quantum. I feel like he has, because do you know Hasbullah?
No.
I thought Hasbullah was the Rizzler. Look up Hasbulah. Look that up real quick.
Hos, Hos,
Hasbullah. Hasbulah. Yeah, that feels right. Because I thought.
okay, yeah. Yeah, I know who this little guy is.
So
yeah, okay.
Hasbullah, you say look. I'm pretty sure they're in their like 40s. They have like Andy Milonakis stuff going on.
I saw the video where like Mike Tyson picks him up and hugs him like a baby, and he just looks really pissed.
Yeah, they're both smoking cigars, and then Mike Tyson puts him on his shoulders and is just babying him. So whenever I first saw the Rizzler, I thought it was Hasbullah, and then after I learned that it wasn't, I still just thought it was a 40-year-old. But people keep telling me that he's just a 9-year-old child that just keeps going on dates with hot women.
We invent time travel, and we're like, we have to send one person back, and we just sign up the Rizzler, and we tell him he can go wherever he wants, and we're just gonna see what happens.
Yeah, I think Hasbullah is just Rizzler has went into the past, aged up, and then gotten to that point. And then, I don't know, just the vibes that I get are the same at least. So, welcome to the What Are My Options podcast. This is what episode number is it, buddy?
3?
Nope.
Technically 4?
Wait, is it 3?
Does 0 count?
No, 0 doesn't count. But is there not? No, we just posted episode 3. This is episode 4, which means we've killed 5 podcasts. We've done a month of this. Yeah.
Damn.
We're a 12th of the way through it, buddy. So I'm gonna cut to the chase. I did something new last week, and I challenged you, and I wouldn't use the word challenge strongly because they were basic things like take a photo of the most common bird in the entire country, which is common in metropolitan areas, which we may have been in recently together. 2, take a photo in a kimono. Don't have to buy a kimono, don't have to own a kimono. Just take a photo in a kimono. And 3, order a meat mountain at your local Arby's. Tell me, walk me through your process this week.
We were at the state fair. I went to the state fair twice in 1 week. I'm like, I'm going to see a pigeon. I'm going to find a kimono. Maybe there'll be an Arby's stand. Something. It didn't happen. But I will say, technically, I completed the challenge.
How did you technically complete the challenge?
So I'm going to post the pictures real quick. Here's the 2 pictures. And the first thing you're going to say is, that's not a pigeon. But let me explain.
Wait. You sent this with no context in the group chat. You sent a list of 40 fair foods, and then
I'm going to read those out, yeah.
Hold on, are you using the group chat as your notes? Is that...
Yes, okay, kind of, yes.
That's crazy. Okay.
So for context, the photo here to describe, it is me pointing at a pigeon rubber ducky, and it is a virtual video game pigeon rubber ducky. But I want to say why this isn't cheating. I did not Google a pigeon. I did not look up image of pigeon. This is a game called Placid Plastic Duck Simulator. And every 3 minutes, there's like a 1 in 1,000 chance of a randomly designed rubber duck that drops into your bathtub. I was sitting there this entire time talking about how there's no pigeon, I can't find a pigeon, and then this thing drops into my tub and everybody loses their shit. They're like, there it is. There it is. There's the pigeon.
Yeah, the
it's
chat
like
says,
winning the lottery.
Get your photo, the photo, oh my god, a pigeon. Teal that goes off the roof, that's the suicide pool. I don't know.
We like the luck. It's like if I gave you a challenge of like find a blue-haired woman to say your name, and then after a week you're watching a random movie and a blue-haired character is talking to another character with your name. Like the chances of it, it's like that's basically what happened.
Okay, the probability is saving you here because at first I was really annoyed with this because. Like, imagine you challenge me. Yeah. You say, take a photo of you with a blue-haired woman, and I grab my Simpsons box art with Marge Simpson on the front, and I pose with it. I don't think you would accept that. But if I got in the mail randomly for a sweepstakes a year's supply of Simpsons Marge memorabilia, and then I took a photo with it, then I think you would accept it.
Yes.
The stats there. Now, here's the important thing. If I allow you to have this mission successful, you are you prepared to present your options, or did you assume I would say no?
I have challenges.
You've okay, so Teal, because you're so successful, you took a photo with a pigeon, I guess. And real quick before I ask, we have the community, we have the subreddit, and we're filming this podcast a little late, so there's some buzzer beaters. We had a person order a meat mountain, 3 people take photos of the pigeon, and 1 person emailed me a video of them using their katana in a kimono.
Oh, yes, Carson. He said that he posted that video to the Reddit and got banned.
That doesn't make any sense. Let me see if
he said it got auto-moderated. I don't know, because he was swinging a katana around. I don't know.
So, for the audio listeners, I'm going to send you this 20-second video, and I want you to watch it, Teal, and you give us an auditory description, okay?
Okay.
So just hit play and walk us through that.
Okay, so he walks out. He's in what I assume to be a nuclear bunker, wearing a black tiger and dragon kimono. Very white. This is a white man, extremely white. He is now whipping out a katana one-handed. He is holding it up to the camera. He is swinging it around, and then he is resheathing it. There is just bottles of cleaning liquid in totes beside him, hundreds of cardboard boxes. He might be in some form of bathroom. He is now posing with the sword and giving a thumbs up. That is the coolest video I've ever seen.
So I would say, not that we're keeping score, but I would give the viewers 2 points this week. I would give you 1 point this week.
What were the pigeon picks?
So the day after the podcast and Reddit got announced, so I don't know if you can pull up the Reddit there or wherever you're at. If you go to the the third post on the subreddit, Ishkomon posted a photo of them, and there is a pigeon in the background of the photo. They did this like within 24 hours of us issuing the challenge. They circled it. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a pigeon, and that is one of our viewers. So they did it so fast.
That is such a tiny pitch. Okay. No, it's, yeah.
Now, we won't go all over the Meat Mountain video. I will probably do some sort of bonus video, or I'll put the clip at the end.
Holy
but
shit.
Drago posted a 5-minute vlog of them biking 2 miles to their nearest Arby's to buy the Meat Mountain and then eating it.
You could put up that photo of just the sandwich with the bite, because that looks bigger than the one we got. That's crazy.
I was going to say, it shows how it's such a weird, cryptic item. It looks exactly like the one that we bought, I thought. I was like, how the fuck did they perfectly recreate it 1-to-1? But yeah, if I just like go through the video a little bit, you know, they get their keys. They get on a major highway on a bicycle. They go through construction. They go through a park. And then the employee congratulated them for not finishing it. They were like, good for you, not finishing the Meat Mountain.
So Drago took like one bite and then
and then went home.
One giant bite, and then the employee came out, was like, thank you for not eating that. And then she was like, thanks for the lunch. And then did she bring it back, or did she just leave it?
It looks like she threw it away. I would hope she didn't. I would hope.
It would be really funny to go in, order a Meat Mountain, take one bite, and go, I'm stuffed, and then leave, and just leave the sandwich on the table.
Okay, I don't want to judge, but I just cut to a random moment in the video. When Drago is trying the Meat Mountain, she is still wearing her bicycle helmet at the table, giving it a thumbs down in public at their food. Hold on. I thought of my challenge for you next time I get to issue a challenge.
Oh, no.
I don't know why that was such a funny image. Okay, so
God.
For being the community, Teal, let me ask, what are my options?
All right, so we got 3 challenges here.
Okay.
Challenge 1, which is simply try a cup of pilk.
What's pilk, I ask you?
It's just half Pepsi, half milk. Pilk.
50-50? That's an insane ratio. I would have thought 20-80.
It's a good ratio of making pilk.
Have you had pilk?
I refuse to try pilk.
Oh, so you're pitting this on me. Okay.
I'll pin this on you.
Okay, I'll get the pilk out of the way for you. All right, what are my other options?
The second one, completely thought of the top of my head right now, definitely not related to anything. Find someone with blue hair and get them to say your name.
Okay, good.
Now, if you can go through, if you are watching an episode of The Simpsons and there's a character named Tre and Marge Simpson says Tre, I will consider that.
Okay.
That's a win, because what are the chances?
Well, I feel like the chances are low if I go Googling for it, which I feel like it only works if I stumble on it. But if I I could just Google search, does Marge ever say hi to a guy named Tre? That feels so lame.
She's in a cafeteria and she's like, do you have a tray for me? And then that counts as a win.
Like, I think if I break my toe and I have to go to the ER and on the hospital TV they're playing The Simpsons and then she says hi to a guy named Tre, then I'm like, fuck my broken toe, get away, doc, I gotta take this photo now. That I think would be acceptable.
And then number 3, based on what is happening behind me, create your own satisfying ASMR video.
That's
not creepily just talking into a mic, but you know the ones where they have like an object and they're
super
cleaning
zoomer, it's cleaning, it's slime, and it's noise, and they're talking, and it's not even really sad. It's only satisfying in the sense that you're like, well, I never would have thought to do that, but I guess that is what it would look like if a toothbrush was in Jell-O.
Yes. I think I said ASMR video, but yeah, like a TikTok satisfying
dopamine
video.
dump. Okay. I feel like that challenge alone is more difficult than all 3 challenges I gave you last week. That is, you want me to produce a piece of content. Okay. All right. Produce a piece of content.
Pigeons do not like me. They have not come around.
Could not be more common in the world. More common even than blue-haired women that talk to people named Tre.
You're going to be out grocery shopping and see someone with blue hair. You're going to run up to them and be like, listen, trust me on this.
Here's the problem with this even just slight escalation is this is episode 3 or 4 of the podcast, and already you've jumped to production, or I need to find a stranger and make them say my name while I film them. I need you to know, this only makes things worse when it's my turn to offer you a challenge next, if I do this successfully. We're starting a nuclear arms race for just stupid shit. Alright, well, if you're watching this, there's the subreddit. I'll put it on screen. It's r/whataremyoptionspod. You can post if you do any of the challenges, whether it's, Teal, run them through them one more time.
Have a cup of pilk.
Okay.
Pepsi milk.
50-50.
Find a human being with blue hair to say your name.
Now, do you want them to say Tre or whoever's filming its name?
If you are doing the challenge, it can be anybody's name, your name. The person making the video, your name.
Okay.
Now, if you don't want them to say your name, you can also just get a video of them saying Tre.
Yeah, I think we need to have a barometer, because they could just be making up a name. They could find a video of a blue-haired woman saying, "Hi, Steven." We don't know that their name's Steven.
Yeah.
It needs to be Tre, because that's unique. No blue-haired woman has ever said the name Tre before, so like I don't think AI has the source for that yet. So
we could go Tre, or if you get lucky with a Kyle, Tre or a Kyle.
Tre or Kyle, that would be good. And then challenge number 3 is
make a shitty TikTok satisfying to watch video.
Good. Awesome. Can't fucking wait. So now's the part where I move away from that, even though I'm going camping this weekend. I feel like I could knock out all 3 while camping this weekend.
Yeah. You're out camping and you bring some milk, you bring some Pepsi, you film some content, you bump into a blue-haired woman in the middle of the woods and you creepily chase her down to get her to record a video as she runs from you.
Yeah, we're going to Arkansas to go camping this weekend. They have the most racist town in America nearby, so maybe I could film all 3 videos there.
Also, the fact that the state is spelt like Kansas, but it's pronounced Arkansas. Like, that pisses me off.
If I have to describe etymology one more time, I'm gonna fucking lose it. Okay, so this is like when people see two words can sound different but have the same word inside of it. So like,
SAS does not make a saw sound.
Okay, have you heard of different languages? Have you heard of different languages? So
what language is Arkansas?
So here's what people don't know, but I know it because I've lived out here so long. People are like, herder, why isn't it Arkansas or Kansas? So there are many major Native American tribes across America. Many of them were already here and spread out pretty far. The state of Kansas was a word, I believe, for big river. That was the word from that local tribe. Now, if you know this, but if you go very far away to a different tribe, they'll have some different words, different ideas. So they had a word for the things in their state, and that was Arkansas. So they're just different languages. It's just that simple. They're just different words with different meanings from different people.
That's stupid.
So that's your today. That's your actually moment of the. I feel like I have one of those every podcast.
You gotta have one educational.
Yeah,
moment.
It's not really entertaining, but it is true, and I hear that a lot. Where we're like, why would it sound like that? And then I have to explain it. It's the same reason that explain to me why my name is pronounced Tre, but tree is pronounced tree.
2 E's, stupid.
Oh.
Duh.
Okay.
We expected a long convoluted. It's 2 E's.
Okay.
E. P. If it's P-E, pay, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
English is stupid.
Okay, I'll give you, why is ear not pronounced air when bear is pronounced bear? That is the Arkansas-Kansas comparison. Bear is bear. You remove the B. Now you've got ear. Why would it not be air? See? Now you're stupid. That's the same as Arkansas and Kansas.
I think the whole world should just speak Chinese.
I'm reading a book right now where that's basically what happens. Everyone just... It goes super far in the future. We've got great technology. Everything's, kind of what you expect. And they're like, also, we're all Chinese now. Not the nationality, but we just speak Chinese. We just thought that would be a fun thing to do.
I feel like the easiest thing would be that every human on Earth stops talking and we all get really good at sign language.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And then bada bing, bada boom.
And what about blind people?
Shit.
So there's 9 Chinese-speaking blind people, and everyone else is doing sign language. They all have to learn Chinese just in case they meet a blind person.
The blind people, I don't know, they can all talk. Shit. We'll figure it out.
What about people who are missing their arms, perhaps? They can't use
God damn it! I had a universal plan! You're ruining everything!
God damn. You go to, the fucking Paralympics and half the contestants can't fucking talk to the judges, you asshole. They're fucking, sign language only. Sorry if you want to participate today. That's crazy. You know what? My next challenge to show you how dumb that is you're going to have to learn sign language for one of your options one of these weeks.
Yeah. I could do it.
You're wearing... Are you trying to farm women again? You're wearing the Goosebumps shirt again. For those of you... The video's probably not out yet. But at the fair, Teal wore the Goosebumps shirt, and it gave all the women at the fair goosebumps. I swear to God, no less than 7 women approached him, complimented him, made conversation with him all over the Goosebumps shirt.
It was like another 40 after y'all left,
Jesus. Have you ever worn that shirt or any other shirt and gotten that many compliments in that span of time before?
All of my crazy Hawaiian shirts, they usually get 2 compliments every time I go out.
Right.
I'll get a hey, nice shirt, and I'm like, oh
yeah.
But the Goosebumps, god damn, it was nonstop. It was kind of scary. I didn't like that much attention.
No, yeah, we met this very, very cool, pretty lady that was trying to sell us cereal candles, which is right up Teal's alley. I could see you marrying a woman who makes a living selling cereal bowls with wicks in them. That's exactly.
That's my girl.
Wife leaned over. You'll see it in the vlog, but wife leaned over and she goes, "Could it be love?" And I said, "It could be. It very much could be." Meanwhile, I was getting scammed by the mattress king in the fucking barn, so that was awesome.
I knew that was going to happen. He sat down next to you, and I'm like, oh, we're walking out of here with a mattress.
It was crazy how quick it happened. I sat my ass on the mattress just to feel it for a frame of a second, and immediately he dives onto the bed. He goes, "You feel that?" And I go, "No, I didn't." And he goes, "Exactly." He goes, "So let's," and he goes, "Let's talk about saving thousands of dollars." And I go, "Is it free?" And he goes, "No." And I go, "Well, I'm not saving enough thousands of dollars then." And it went on for like, I think 10 minutes. And then we looked up and you were gone. And I was like, I think he left us. But I feel so bad, but they're so rude to me because I've been in those positions before just because I like to interact with people. I just don't get how you think that eventually a sale will be made after. Like, I guess people peer pressure, but he was just drilling and drilling and drilling to the point where you're just uncomfortable and you almost feel unsafe. And it's like, there was one time at the Oklahoma just has all these people. At the Oklahoma City Mall, me and wife went last year, and I'm a free spirit. There's the lady in the middle, and she's got the iron, and she goes, "Hey girl, do you want your hair did for free?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go get your hair did, girl." And so we sit wife down, we're making conversation, we're sharing our trip. And then the lady gets halfway done with wife's hair. So half her hair is perfect. The other half is like fried and like pre-washed. And she goes, "So you in the market for some hair products?" And me and wife immediately just give each other this eye and we're, "Oh no, oh no." And she goes, "So for $2,000 you can have this curling iron." And we were like, "Oh, not really." And she goes, "You don't want your wife to be happy?" And I went, "Oh, I do want my wife to be happy. I appreciate you putting me on the spot like that." And she starts being mean immediately. And we're like, "Well, we don't have $2,000 on us at the Oklahoma City Mall. We're just kind of hanging out for the day. We still want to shop. We just got to the mall. What if there's something at Hot Topic or a dildo at Spencer's that I really like? I'd like to shop around." And we'll come back. And she goes, "I won't be here later." And I go, "Why?" And she goes, "Oh, well, I'm Jewish. I got to go back to my home country tonight on a flight. So I actually won't be here later for you to come buy this again." And I went, "How unfortunate that you are fleeing the fucking country tonight." And so I was like, "Oh, well, that's cool. I don't have $2,000. She goes, "Oh, listen, $1,000. And I go, "That's really cool. Still don't have $1,000. You're going to have to give this." So long story short, we bought a $250 curling iron that we didn't need.
The funny thing is, it was probably only like $80.
We looked online,
scammed.
It was $100 on Amazon. We got absolutely, but still.
What kind of asshole is going to hear, listen, $2,000? They're going to be like, "Damn, it's got to be pretty good."
Yeah.
Give them $2,000
It's
right
crazy
then and
where
there.
they start. But they just start getting so rude and mean when it's clear they're not getting a sale. She's like, "Don't you want her to be pretty?" And then they keep selling it. I'm like, "No, I see what the product does." She goes, "Do you understand that others don't do this?" And I go, "Yes, I understand that, which is why if we need it, we will buy one. You're not the only person that has discovered a curling iron. What is happening right now?" And I'm just trying to be so nice and just cordial. And so then we leave and we basically run away to the other side of the mall and we hang out. And wife hates how her hair looks, so she puts it up in a ponytail. And 3 hours later, we walk by and we see the lady. And she goes, because she had spent 2 hours on her hair and she just thrown it in a ponytail and she was pissed at us. God, see, at the mattress place, he's like, "Hey, you're at the state fair in a barn. You drove here in a Toyota Corolla. Do you want a king-size mattress?"
They got full-blown hot tubs. We had a coupon, and it's like 20% off a hot tub with a purchase of a full-size pool.
No, the coupon was buy a hot tub, get a free pool.
Damn.
That was the coupon, which is, I think they just believed nobody was going to buy a hot tub at the fair, so they wouldn't have to fulfill that obligation. But yeah, we passed 3 different window installer booths, and it's like, "Hey, honey, I told you I had $3K in my wallet, and we need new windows."
God damn.
I just don't understand who any of that is for. It's got to just be pure brand recognition. I don't understand.
It's got to be like you make 2 sales in a day out of asking 3,000 people and it pays for itself or something.
Yeah. And but you gotta like conserve energy. Like if you're talking to a person and they're militantly saying no, you know you're not gonna make a sale. Why keep pushing? Like, you're only hurting the brand's image. And I know they're making commission. And I'm the first idiot that sat on the mattress all fucking day. And my wife's making fun of me because she knew it would happen. And luckily she filmed the whole thing, so I think half the vlog will be that altercation.
I had a mall thing like that too, except I can't say no.
Yeah. So you bought it at 2,000.
Guy was offering me like $70 makeup salt. I'm like, I need a present from my mom, so okay, makeup salt, that sounds official. He rubbed it all over my arms and he's like, didn't that feel good? And I'm like, I don't know. So I bought it. And he's like, well, if you like that, you're going to love this. And he walks me over to another vendor. And then that vendor has a curling iron for $80. They're like, oh, you're shopping for your mom? Well, she would love this. And if you love your mom, you'll get her this. And I'm like, well, I do love my mom. I'll get her a
That's a very
iron.
good point you brought up. And they're like, if you have a heart that beats in your chest, you'll love this. You're like, I do have a heart that beats in my chest.
They're like, it's wireless. Look at this. And then I'm like, okay. And then they're like, well, you're going to want this. And they walk me like 2 minutes to the other side to another vendor. Like they've got to
be making bets. They're like, there's no way he's going to buy Steve's tampon disposal service.
I assume they're all competing with each other, but they're like all together.
Oh, yeah.
And they bring me to another guy, and then he sells me on something, and then they walk me over to another vendor, and he sells me on something, and I am literally like 5 vendors deep on like 5 purchases of like $60 to $80 each of like shit, and then they bring me over to a 6th guy.
And you were like, guys, I've had enough.
And clearly at this point, like, they had texted him and they're like, this sucker is buying everything. And then I get to that guy and he starts selling me, and I tell him, I hold up the 6 bags and I'm like, listen, dude, no. And he looks completely devastated. Like they saved him for last.
Yeah,
we got
at that
all the way
point,
to
I
him.
would be offended too. You are an asshole for getting 6 out of the 7 gifts and then being like, now I've chosen to have a backbone and say no to this man.
Like, now he's like, no, and he looked so
like, what's
sad.
Wrong? Yeah. That 7th man actually is where you got the Goosebumps shirt. Funny. I get there. So do you give your mom all these gifts and she's like, Teal, I need you to know all of these are shit. None of these are...
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
When you gave her the makeup salt, did you have to explain what makeup... I've never heard that in my life.
I'm like, he put it on my arms.
Is it just
apparently
salt
feels good
with like a markup?
Yeah.
I think
he's
he meant
like,
to say
whatever you do,
marked
don't
up
put it
salt.
on your face. And I'm like, okay. Oh.
Isn't that where makeup
that sounds
goes?
a little sketchy.
So it's just makeup salt for your arm?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I guess.
I was not listening to what they were saying. I'm just like, if I give them money, they'll be happy and I'll have a product.
Alone. God.
Oh,
that's my favorite thing. Every time I'm at the mall and we go by the phone case stage, I go to my friend. I'm like, "Hey, Steven, don't you need a new phone case?" And then I run away as all the men swarm, and they're like, you need a phone case, friend." There's so many of those.
Now it's so easy. You just say no thanks, and you just keep walking, and it's like they hear that so often they don't mess with you. But the second you like try to be polite.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I'll hear him out. That's when you're already the sucker. You're already the sucker if you haven't walked away.
I think
last time I was at the mall, it was just all bootleg Labubu, and I'm like, somebody's got to be buying this stuff.
Do people not like window shop or expect window shop? Because 90% of the time I go to the mall, I just like to explore and look at stuff. But nowadays, people look at you like you're stealing or you're an animal. They're offended by it. And I'm like, anytime we went to like this sports store at the mall, and the guy just followed me one step behind me all the way through the store because I was the first guy that wanted something sports related at the mall. And he was like, "Yep, felt like a Mack truck hit me, blew out my shoulder. That's why I got this sling. And I'm like, cool, you're breathing down my neck right now. I'm trying to look at like Eagles merch. And he goes, you ever seen 4 Chiefs Super Bowl rings in one place at one time? And he points in like a corner of the store and it says $50. And I go, okay, I don't think you have 4 Super Bowl Chiefs rings for $40, you asshole. And so, and he's just like following us so closely. And I'll be like, hey, honey, do you like the cup? And he goes, oh, she like cups? Let me go in the back and get the cup box. And he would just bring it out and you sifting through and goes, what do you think of that? Oh, what do you think of that? And we go to checkout and he's an injured guy. He's making a joke. I'm like, you know what? Why did you get injured? This could be funny. And he goes, I'm old and I slipped in the bathtub and broke my shoulder. And I went, oh. And he goes, you believe me though, huh? He goes, well, if it was a Mack truck driver, it'd probably be one of them towel people with a cigar in their mouth. And I went, whoa! And so we left because he immediately got racist. Like all weekend, whether it's Oklahoma or Kansas or Missouri, I keep being nice to people and they're either scamming me or just openly racist. It's not a fun time to be an outgoing guy. Because every time it happens, like my introverted friends or wife are like, see? That's what you get, you idiot. And I'm like, no, I swear people aren't always insane. God.
You go to a car dealership and you're like, clearly if they get a big sale, they get like a part of it.
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
like you go to a GameStop and they ask you 6 times for like an extra magazine. You're like, what are they getting out of this? What could they possibly? Why is every store a car dealership now?
Yeah, it's just commission basically. But they've got to know they're only hurting their sales when they get way too aggressive with it. Yeah. So we had the state fair. I had a fun mall trip. I like taking people to the mall because I feel like people have forgotten how fun the mall is. And so we keep grabbing a friend. We get like a boba drink to sip on while we walk around. Maybe a coffee. We hit the H&M, the TJ Maxx. Because I try on everything. Other people are like, maybe I'll try that on. I go, no, we're all trying on crazy outfits. And we have this fun shopping day. And we love fucking with each other. And I go to Chili's. And usually I'm the aggressive socialite that fucks with them. Like the waiter will come. Is there
Chili's in the mall?
No. The Chili's was next to the mall. And so after the mall, we were like, let's go to Chili's. Because we love going to Chili's, getting a nice triple dipper. And so it's like sometimes I'll have dinner with the wife and she'll blow her straw at me. And that's cute. And then I'll pull up my straw and I'll blow water all over her. and so last time I did it, I blew water through my straw at her. And immediately after doing it, the waiter walks up. And without missing a beat, I go, hey, man, can we get some napkins? She just spilt her drink all over herself. And she's so just in shock of the lies that she just nods. And then he leaves after judging her. And so it's kind of what I'm known for. So I'm at the Chili's. And I'm like, hey, guys, we need to ask the waiter to take a photo of us. I think that's really fun. And so the waiter comes. He's like, hey, my name is Tovin or whatever. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom before the food gets here. And then we'll have to wait for a photo. I'm in there 1 minute. I come back. They're all giggling. And I go, you guys got the waiter to take a photo of you all in the bathroom. And I shit you not, they did. They immediately, the moment I was out of earshot, they sprinted to the nearest waiter and asked them to take this photo of them without me.
Oh.
So the moment I realized...
The reflection.
So then we're all debating what our waiter's name is who didn't take that photo. And I become a genius and I go, okay, I'm proud of them for playing my game because I would have done that move. And I go, okay. And so the waiter brings our food. He sets it. I go, hey, man, while you're here, we've been debating for a minute. I heard you say your name was Toby. He said he thought you said Steven. And he looks at Taylor like he's a fucking moron because Toby sounds nothing like Steven. And then I look at him and I go, anyway, will you take our photo? And then so if you look in this photo, Taylor, who's in the Chiefs jersey, is now very red and very pissed at me because I've sprinted through and he's had no time to defend himself.
You look so happy.
I was so happy.
You look so happy.
Because I had immediately drilled him back. Ethan is so red in that photo because he's just like, holy shit.
Oh my
But yeah, the
god.
waiter was so rude to him the rest of the time for thinking his name was completely something he didn't say. I was like, I appreciate you playing my game, but be careful next time. We will be a jackass together. Oh
God.
god, that was a good time. I love going to the mall. I took some really fun mall photos. I'm gonna send you these. I don't know how you pose in the dressing room, but I look pretty good in those. I'm trying pants. I haven't done pants since high school.
I was gonna.
What are you laughing about? Describe the photo for the audio listeners.
You're just. That looks like a completely different person. I don't know what it is.
See, that's what I'm saying. Every photo or video, I got like Lord Farquaad hair. Actually, my hair is so tall. I haven't noticed that.
You're squatted.
I look like I got a Lego hairpiece.
The second one, it looks like somebody murdered you and like took on your identity, and they're taking photos to test if they pass.
Like I got chainsaw or like Silence of the Lambs. And so,
real quick, I would like to read off what I ate, and
now,
you tell me if I overdid it.
Was this what you ate the day we all were there, or both days combined, or by yourself?
This is both days combined.
Okay, that's a little bit better. All right.
So this is across 2 days. So if it sounds like a little much, it's spread across 2 days.
Right.
Okay. So I'm gonna read off everything I ate. Tell me if I overdid it. Tell me if this is a normal amount of fair food. I had a Biscoff Aqua Fresca, deep fried mac and cheese, a strawberry boba tea, Cajun fried chicken on a stick with a butter roll, 4 al pastor tacos, 2 jugs of root beer, 4 giant licorice ropes, a bag of taffy, ice cream stuffed giant churro, 4 bottles of Mountain Dew, hamburger mac and cheese, bourbon chicken on a stick.
4 bottles of Mountain Dew is the most fucking insane. Go back. Holy shit.
I was thirsty.
Wait, is this across the trip? Like you just come back, or did you just be like, hey, can I have 4 for the road? I'm gonna be really pissed.
I figured just get 4 and just power through them.
I don't know why 4
bottles of Mountain Dew.
Holy shit. Anyways, keep going.
Hamburger mac and cheese, bourbon chicken on a stick, 2 dirty Mountain Dews, Dubai chocolate funnel cake, Berea street corn, Mexican steak fries, a deep fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich, a buffalo chicken grilled cheese, and Rocky Mountain oysters.
Now, here's the worst part about that list. There's several foods you forgot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you had a Biscoff horchata.
Oh, yeah, that was my Biscoff. I guess Agua Fresca is the cool name for it.
Oh, okay.
And that's the Gen Z name for it.
Did you have fried s'more on that list?
No. Oh, the fried s'more and the fried pie, which I had a bite of.
Oh, yeah, the fried cookie dough pie. Yep. So I would also like to add for the listeners, because you would clinically die if you ate all of those things, Teal had no more than 3 bites at best of all of those things.
Okay, the most of that I took 3 bites. Most of it I did eat all of.
So you're about to tell me like 2 of the items that you ate all of in defense of yourself. You're like, in my defense, I ate all of the licorice and all of the Mountain Dew.
I only had 3.5 bottles of Mountain Dew, so saying 4 was a lie.
I was a little offended by the root beer jug. You really hyped up the root beer jug, and it just looked like a normal size root beer, but in a weird compartment.
Yeah, it's like half a gallon.
Yeah, a quarter gallon, I think, is the word that we usually use.
I think half a gallon, you get the gist.
So we eat all that fair food. It's like, because me and wife were with you for 4 hours, and then we're driving home feeling like shit. We got a 4-hour drive back home, and you are just lighting up with more and more photos, minute by minute, of just, and we're like, how the fuck? There was one point, so we had been at the fair for 2 hours, and we had eaten the Rocky Mountain oysters, the watermelon salad,
Surprisingly
the
good,
s'more.
by the way. Rocky
Yeah.
Mountain oysters.
We ate all of that, and then Teal, we're trying to go ride the Ferris wheel, and Teal says to me, he goes, well, shouldn't we find somewhere to sit down and eat, like, actual lunch? And me and wife looked at each other like, what the fuck? We've had 8,000 calories. What do you mean actual lunch? You're just like, like real food. Gestures at the fair where there's no real food to ever be found. It's like, what the fuck is he talking about? We've had so much filth today. God, and so, what was I guess? Yeah, so what was your favorite thing of the everything that you ate? I know that's tough. Maybe a few highlights.
Top three.
Top three.
The Mexican steak fries, because it was like guac, sour cream, cheese, veggies, steak on fries, and it was a bucket of it. It was a $25 bucket.
Why is everything like nobody's finishing these There was a bucket of cheese stand. Nobody's eating half of a bucket of cheese.
It's those fries were so good. The Berea street corn,
Oof.
where it was like, oh. The Cajun chicken on a stick was like some of the best seasoning I've ever had. Everything is so good. Even the Dubai funnel cake, which I only got because it looked like someone took a diarrhea dump on bread. Like, genuinely, it's the most repulsive thing I've ever seen. Was delicious.
It was shocking how many people were doing the same thing you were doing and hunting for that. And then because the first day we were there, they were out of it. And everyone was so upset. Just hordes of people were like going to the stand. Is this stand 034? Is this stand 034? Does it have the Dubai? Do you know what Dubai chocolate is?
Green?
Okay, see, I thought it was like matcha or coconut or some sort of one of those concoctions. I had no idea until I saw it next to the maggot funnel cake pie.
Yeah, that was the one thing I found right after y'all left was the cricket pizza and the mealworm maggot pizza. I'm like, I wanted to make you eat that so bad.
No, yeah, we'll have to make this an annual thing, because I think my favorite things that I had was the first thing that I had, which was the fried cookie dough pie, with cinnamon ice cream. And almost tied with that, I would say, is the fried Rocky Mountain oysters. From the texture to the seasoning to the flavor, because we all tried them. Wife almost threw up. Teal spit it up twice. And I was just throwing them back. I couldn't stop eating them.
For anybody who doesn't know, a Rocky Mountain oyster is a deep-fried bull testicle. So we got a big old bucket of that, and surprisingly, it's like a 50-50 where it tastes really good, but you know what you're eating, and they're really chewy. So I just had to spit them out because I'm like, I couldn't force myself to swallow.
Oh yeah, you'd get that occasional one where it was the whole sack in there and you couldn't convince yourself otherwise. There was the second one you ate, you were like, you know what? I think I actually like it. And 2 seconds later, you were running to the trash can to spit it up in front of a family of 5 that was just trying to enjoy their lunch.
I thought I could gaslight myself.
Yeah. I almost killed you, too, on accident. That was my bad. Because there was this watermelon stand, and they were hype as hell. It was good watermelon. They were screaming, like, free samples! And they were just hyping up everybody, and I would sprint over and eat the free samples. And so I was
You ran up there 3 times.
Yeah, I told Teal I was going to go to watermelon salad, and he goes, oh, I'm allergic. And I go, haha. He's saying he's allergic to salad and healthy things. I get it. That's hilarious. So I rush back with the watermelon salad, and I go to feed Teal, and he goes, I'll die. I'm allergic to watermelon. And I go, I'm so sorry. I was about to just shove it in your mouth.
You just I just look at it and think it's like a meat cube and eat it. Drop dead right there.
When do you find out that you're allergic to watermelon?
I'm not deathly allergic. My mom is like full blown, like stuff like banana and stuff like that. She needs an EpiPen, Benadryl, and if not, hospital visit. I'm like where I inherited some of that, but it's just my lips like swell and get itchy, and my throat gets itchy, and I like go, ugh, but it won't kill me, but it's like close enough to just be really annoying.
Okay.
Having your top and bottom lips swell and be itchy just really sucks.
That have you ever seen those Reddit posts where people discover that they're deathly allergic? They'll be like, "Hey, I know people like putting what will they say? They'll be like, "Why do people like tomato on their burgers? It's so spicy." And then all the comments are like, "You're allergic, you fucking idiot. It's not spicy." Those are my favorites where people go, "Wait, what?" And they just discover that they're in the wrong and this is not a human experience anyone else is happening.
That's what scares me so much, because like as a kid they do the allergy test, so a lot of it
Yeah.
but it's like one day I could just like, I've never had crawfish. One day I might just like try crawfish and it like, I deathly allergic and have like a full blown breakout.
Why of all the food group loosely there, why crawfish comes to mind? Is that
Apparently
a food you want to try?
crawfish is like one of the most common allergic things.
Wait, do you mean shellfish?
Same thing?
No. No, buddy. It's like a squares. Crawfish is a type of shellfish. Shellfish is like, that's your crabs, that's your scallops, that's your mussels. That is your crawfish too. But no, most people don't have a crawfish allergy. They have a shellfish allergy. It's not crawfish specific. That'd be fucking wild. They'd be killing people. Those crawfish.
I had to fight really hard to not say out loud, "I'm not allergic to mussels," and then start flexing.
I'm not
really
sick, but these things sure are.
I've only
shit.
had lobster once. I've never had crab. Like, imagine going your whole life and then you get stung by one bee and die.
You get stung by one crab and die.
You eat one peanut butter cup for the first time and just die.
Dude, I almost wish I had been stung by a wasp as a kid for that reason, because I'm deathly afraid of wasps because I've just never felt it. And so other people, like a wasp will be next to me and I'll just go inside or go 100 yards away. And other people just sit there like, don't worry, if you don't bother, it won't bother you. And I go, bullshit. Because I've seen people get stung and they like cry, and I don't want to cry. And so I just leave the premises. But I know if I get stung, I won't be as afraid anymore. I'll be like, all right, I'll live. But I just want somebody to trick me into getting forcibly stung by a wasp.
Also, wasps don't leave you alone. Bees leave you alone. Wasps are assholes.
I hate when people tell me wasps will leave you alone. They are just despicable pieces of shit. I've seen those videos where they like rip an ant's head off and then they just leave. Like they're not even eating the ant. They'll just break its neck and then leave.
There was a guy at the state fair. I don't know if this was when I was with you or if this was I was with my dad and my brother, but there was a guy and he was standing next to a thing and we walked up and he's like, "There's a wasp nest here."
Oh yeah, that was with you. Yeah, we were walking by the Disney on Ice and we were trying to cross the street. And yeah, the guy was like, "Whoa, walk the other way. There's a wasp's nest there." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, man."
Like he's not dealing with it.
Yeah.
He's not addressing it. He's just standing by wasp, putting his life in danger just to tell people to walk around.
So I bought furniture. My first like brand new furniture, which is expensive.
I was gonna say, if you bought a bed, you're an asshole.
No,
That guy really wanted.
We bought a 3-piece couch set. We got a couch, a love seat, and a chair for our living room. And we initially weren't gonna do that. This is the day we went to the mall because we were in the same area, and wife was like, "Hey, I want to go to this furniture store because there's a couch I see online, but I don't know if the material's comfortable, and I don't want to buy this couch and it arrive, and we hate it. So we're gonna go to the furniture store, try and find the couch, feel it up, see if we actually like it." And we're about to leave, and she puts on this like cute green jumper. It's her favorite, and we like to match. And I go, "Okay, I'll get a little similar. I'll put on a green t-shirt." And we get to the furniture store. We step in, and the very pushy commission guy is immediately asking, "Hey, how can I help you? Can I point you towards anything?" And I look at wife and I go, "Don't tell him." Because we are there to buy a green couch. And we look like insane green people with a green freak fetish because she is head to toe in green. And I have my green ring on, I've got my green shoes, and I've got my green shirt, and there is one green couch in this giant warehouse of a store.
You should have just been like, we're looking for a couch in a certain color. And the second he's like, whoa, green, and you're like, no, dumbass. Just name a different color.
So we wander around and we find the exact couch and we sit on it and we go, ah, fuck, this is a great couch. We're definitely buying this couch here. And so I got to go track down the guy and he goes, you find the couch we like? We get halfway to the store and he sees where we're clearly heading. He goes, so the green one, huh? And I went, yeah. And he goes, did you plan this? I go, no, we're not people that dress up as the shit we buy. That would be fucking stupid. And he was the most like I like when I meet regular assholes that just like aren't being too pushy, because he's immediately bullying us. And he goes, so I see what she does for work on your application here. What do you do for work? And I go, I'll just say it. I do like Twitch and YouTube. He goes, ooh, somebody got affiliate, huh? And I was like, whoa! I was so annoyed that I actually knew what it was. And he goes, yep, I tried playing gaming once. Pretty neat. He's just like rolling his eyes at us. And at one point, he's like talking about financing, and he tells us the total, and I go to figure it out. I go, oh yeah, that'd be like a 120 to 150 a month. He goes, no, not even close, 160. Like I'm a fucking moron for being $10 off my quick math of what a monthly payment plus interest would be. And I was like, and wife's like, I hate him. And I was like, I think I'm kind of in love with him. He's mocking me right now. I kind of, because then he was like, what are you doing after this? I go, oh, we're going to go see a movie. And he goes, what movie? And I go, oh, we haven't decided. He goes, you just go to the movies without like trying to see? I go, yeah. I go, we have a subscription to see just all of the movies, so we just go and we point at a movie and we watch, and he goes, neat, I guess.
He's like, y'all going to see a green movie? One of those green
You gotta see the
movies?
Green Hornet? You gotta see the Green Mile, you fucking idiot? And so we buy this stupid fucking green couch. He tells us that his child was an accident at some point for no reason, unprompted. Great guy. And we leave and we're like, oh, while we're in town, let's buy stuff to match this green couch. Let's go look at vases to put some plants next to it.
Let's go buy more green stuff.
So I shit you not, we walk right next door. There's this immediate furniture store right next to this store that sells more odd stuff. And I walk in, and it looks like it's got a real ass on it because it's right next to this huge furniture store. So I'm sending you this photo. That is where we wandered into to buy vases.
Oh.
It looks like someone's garage. And I don't know if you noticed there, it's you kind of blink and you miss it. There's something on the bed there. Do you see that?
It's an extremely horny store.
There is a large set of bull longhorns screwed into the bed. And when I tell you, every item at this furniture store, from the shelves to the beds, all had longhorns attached in some lazy ass fucking way. And it's a one lady mom and pop, and we're the only people in there. And I look at wife and I go, we have to pretend like we're looking around. We can't immediately be in shock and then leave. That would hurt her feelings. Let's look around, be like, oh, you don't have vases, and then get the fuck out of here. And all the photo frames that they're selling are photos of her dead son. So there's the horns everywhere, this weird green and purple color scheme, and we're in this hot, sweaty garage attached to the furniture store. And I go, okay, we're gonna leave, and if she says anything, I'll tell her she didn't have vases. And we walk past her. She's not saying anything. She goes, you guys dress like that on purpose? And I go, fuck! And we run out of there. We match all the time, and I've never had so many people make me feel like an idiot for it.
God. What if her son was like gored by like a giant bull? So she's made it her life work to hunt down bulls and turn their horns into furniture?
Yeah, just to really own the dead bulls. Then we went to a Hobby Lobby. The cashier was like, you guys really like green, huh? And I was like, I'm gonna burn everything when I get home that is green. I swear to God. I'm so fucking... It was like your Goosebumps shirt. Like, we match all the time. It's just cute. But today of all days when we buy the green couch...
It was too green!
We were too green. We were too fucking green. It was insane. I was so mad. Everyone just kept pointing it out. Oh, wait. We have... do you got anything to add before I go to the emails?
Nope. I remember people were rushing to email. I was just live earlier. Everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I got to email something."
I was wondering why 3 new emails came in at the very last second. Let's see. So, if you guys want to talk to the Whammo, that's us. You can ask a question. You can ask for advice. You can ask what are my options. That is the treneedsmoney2015 @gmail.com. It's on screen, and I just said it. Teal, play the jingle.
Doodly-doo-doo-doo.
What are my options? Hey. First question comes to us from Drago. Life is ever changing. There is never a point where time stops for us at any moment. And thus, why I contacted you, see, I've had the same username for almost 10 years at this point, and I'd like to switch it up. Please tell me what are my options. Thanks, Drago_2143. Step 1, get rid of the fucking numbers. As a society, we've agreed there's so many unique names, you don't need numbers.
Unless it's just one number, in which case it's really cool, like a 1 or a 0. That's badass.
Huh. Shut up. So, my first thing that came to mind was meat pigeon.
That's the first thing that came to mind?
Well, because this is the same person in the Reddit that submitted a meat mountain thing and a pigeon submission.
Oh.
So I'm thinking meat pigeon, because they're clearly good at finding and acquiring both of those things.
Don't name yourself meat pigeon, please.
I think to spite Teal, you should. What do you think then? Bright idea?
I think just all numbers.
Just
I think
numbers.
That's pretty smart.
What if you write boobies but in numbers? It's 8.
There we go.
That would probably be taken. I would have to
imagine, like, you could get famous. Somebody's like, "Yo, check out this cool art. Was made by 31625523611752." And then if you say something really bad, people aren't going to remember your name. They can't.
That just reminds me when Shia LaBeouf is getting attacked by Megatron, and Megatron hits him with a, "Are you ladies man 217? Where are the glasses?" eBay user, ladies man 217. I will Starcrust is the next one that comes to mind. I like Starcrust. Ladies
That's
man
cool.
217, random number, Starcrust, meat pigeon. Lexington Steel. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's a male porn star that I just recalled from memory. I was trying to figure out why that's on my brain. That might be a name that I. Hold on. Let me look up Lexington Steel in a report. Maybe it's not taken. You got any other name ideas?
Teal Hollow 2.
Teal Hollow 2. Teal Hollow also.
Teal Hollow 3.
Otherwise known as Clifton Britt, Lexington Steel is an American porno actor known for his girthy penis. All right, well.
I'm going to Google his penis.
Yeah, I would not do Lexington Steel, actually. Let's retract that one. Are you Googling his penis?
Oh my god!
Audio listeners, there will not be an on-screen pop-up for this one, so you're not missing out. Teal, do you want to describe Lexington Steel to the audience, though? I feel like this is the first time you've watched porn and this is your... That's gonna mess up the face thing for sure. Just making him
there he go. There he goes.
So, you know what? I would name yourself Lexington Steel. Take the name back. You know, bring it, give it new meaning. Are you still looking at pictures of Lexington
There's
Steel?
so many pictures.
Of course there are. This is like man discovers naked people on the internet for the first time.
God damn.
Just gonna let you sit on this.
He was in Crank 2 High Voltage?
That makes sense. That movie's basically a porn if you've seen that before. At one point, Crank puts a whole fully loaded shotgun in a man's butt, then makes out with a woman on a horse track, and then takes a woman's implant out of her boob.
Oh.
Have you not seen Crank 2? We should watch Crank 2 together sometime. That's a banger movie with Jason Statham.
I don't know the lore of Crank 1.
You don't need it. So Crank, what it is some black market dealers knock him out and steal his heart, and they replace it with a temporary heart, and it's like speed. If his heart rate goes too low, the temporary heart dies, and so he's just constantly like shoving his finger in outlets and dry humping women and assaulting people to keep his heart up.
Okay.
And in Crank 2,
what happens when he goes to sleep?
Oh, he doesn't go to sleep. The movie is like a 36-hour crack cocaine binge where, because at the beginning of the first one or the second one, it was the first movie that my parents rented that we got 5 minutes in and they were like, you need to leave the room. This is not a family movie. We thought Jason, because he was in Transporter, like he's a helping people guy. But no, Crank opens with he's busting this drug ring and he shoves a shotgun halfway deep in a guy's butt before firing it. Then he rips it out, fires it at a stripper, and it goes through her fake boob, and then her fake boob silicone just pours out, which I don't know that's how that works. And then halfway through the film, he grabs an old woman, takes her onto the horse track, and just goes to town on her.
Cinema.
Yeah. So Lexington Steel, Crank 2, So you've got... Drago, you should name yourself Lexington Crank.
There we go.
Wait. Lexington Crankshaft. I like that one more. I like that one way more. If you see a Lexington Crankshaft in your Twitch chat, you gotta let me know.
Drago's just gonna respond with thanks. I'm gonna keep my username.
Okay, thanks, never mind.
Never mind. Just respond with never mind.
They never write an email again to us. We have another one. Dear Tre and Teal. Also, by the way, if we ever answer your email, please have a comment, rate our advice, or how good our advice was, or if we should never do it again. Dear Tre and Teal, I hope this email finds you well. My question to you is, if you had to choose one historical period to live in and you cannot return home for 7 years, when are you choosing? You can bring future knowledge with you, but no items. Separately, a fun game for you two to play. Okay, we'll do this first part, because the second part is a whole other thing. So, you get to go to a different time period for 7 years, and then you come back. All you bring with you is knowledge.
The future or the past?
Any time period. He says time period, so I assume the past. Like, it's like Taylor Swift, where she says she wants to go back to the 60s without all the racism. I feel like that's the caveat we have to give her. This isn't fun. Like, if you say anything before today, it just keeps getting worse.
Yeah, let's imply that any period we pick, it'll be without the race.
Yeah, it's all just utopian. And if you're asking, like, well, then how do we develop gunpowder? Shut up. There's just... I would probably... God, I would say 2 weeks ago, probably, if I'm being perfectly honest. We'd reschedule and go to the fair the day that Speed was there. I think it's like... No, I'm just not a history nerd. They're all dying. You would
have to go back to 2 weeks ago for 7 years.
Yeah. I forgot about. So I'm just on a delay.
It would be a loop, 7-year loop of you meeting I Show Speed at the state fair. Year 5, you've eaten only fair food. Year 6, you run up to Speed and you can quote everything he's going to say for like 5 sentences, and it freaks him out, and then like he makes you an honorary member of the show. I don't think I relive that day.
I think I go back, because I would go back 2 weeks before today, and I would live 7 years from that point. So I'm seeing the past and the future. Then I go back to this moment, which could be really good or really bad for me. I think that could be awesome. But I don't know. It's really hard.
I'll be honest, I don't think the next 7 years here are going to be very great. So... I'd probably pick something else.
Like, I feel like right now...
you get through the 7 years of the worst shit ever, and then it starts over, and you're like, God damn it.
Like, I feel like it's already difficult being as insane. Like, I don't see where we fit in the 1800s. Like, what are we, shoemakers? We could be really funny shoe polishers for the local judge. We're like, yeah, hey, boss, what do you do? We get to do they're like, we actually don't sound like that. That's a common misnomer from time travelers that come here. We don't sound like that at all, you idiot.
We could be pirates. We could be Wild West. We could be dinosaurs.
Pirate time seems cool in theory, but it's just a lot of water, really. A lot of water and...
Did you know that cavemen and dinosaurs didn't exist at the same time?
Oh, does that
I
affect
always
what time
thought
period you go to?
I always thought that cavemen were like hiding from T-Rexes and riding pterodactyls. That shit never happened.
No, yeah,
It was
human.
so far apart.
Yeah, humans in their current form have only been around for like a blip, and
I
dinosaurs were here 40
assume it
million
was like the
years ago.
Croods.
You think it took us 45 million years to get to you in that Goosebumps shirt? You think we've been
Yes!
cooking for that long?
We got eaten by too many
Thought it was
dinosaurs.
like the Croods. Dude, shut up, Nick
And then
Cage.
the meteor came.
Wiped out the dinosaurs, but not the humans.
Yeah.
You want to know
And
something?
we came out and we're like, we can't get eaten anymore, and then we thrived.
Here's how few humans there were. So the dinosaur extinction event happened. After that, there were 3 more worse extinction periods after that. Not a lot of people know that.
There was what? The Ice Age.
That's not an extinction period, but I hear you. It was ice.
It was cold.
It was cold. But yeah, there's been several extinction events post dinosaur. Dinosaur also being, also we exist with dinosaurs. Sharks and alligators are dinosaurs. They're pretty much unchanged from what they were way back when.
That's stupid.
And also those little like sea pigs, the little like what is it called? They're like the most common organism in the universe. The little like phytoplankton 6-legged sea pigs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I think
Could
just
we
2
have
weeks.
an extinction event at any time?
What do you mean? Can we? Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean? Can we?
Like what? What was it? Meteor? What were the other ones?
So the first one was meteor. The next one after that was worse. Hold on. The worst extinction event was really bad. Like almost all life, including like bacteria, was gone. Worst extinction event ever. Yeah. The Permian-Triassic extinction, also known as the Great Dying, which occurred 250 million years ago.
Dying.
Wiping out 96% of marine species and 70% of land.
The fish? How did it get the fish?
It was likely triggered by
wet.
massive. So what happened way after the dinosaurs is volcanoes were going fucking crazy, and they blotted out the sky. There was just smoke lightning storms. It's the most severe mass extinction event. It was a series of massive volcanic eruptions from the Siberian traps, released large amounts of greenhouse gases, leading to dramatic global warming, and just burned out fucking everything. And then the Ice Age happened. So it got really hot and then really cold. Yeah, the cold Ice Age. That one. The warm temperatures made the oceans deprived of oxygen. So imagine all the water in the oxygen. So the fish just started drowning in the water, basically.
6% of all living stuff was just like,
And then the
it's
bacteria.
just an average Tuesday.
Yeah, the bacteria and algae that were able to thrive during that time were toxic and started choking out all other marine life.
Dick move. Kill stealing.
So yeah, I mean, we've had a handful of extinction events. More than people think. That's the big one. People remember the dinosaurs because it's real showy, but we came way closer to global
Real
extinction.
showy. They really showed off with that.
Yeah,
one.
they had a whole laser light show. The other one, we were all just gassed up. We were hotboxing the Earth for a little bit. Ugh.
We have another extinction event. It's probably going to be sick or atmosphere pops or I don't know.
Solar flare.
I feel more likely than Earth that something is going to happen to the moon. The big old asteroid is going to hit the moon, and either the moon is going to hit Earth, or the moon is going to fly away and our oceans are going to freak out, or the moon is going to pop and there's going to be a giant alien inside of it and it's going to eat us. There's a lot of options, but it's going to be moon related. I'm calling it. Within the next 200 years.
My prediction, well, in the next 200, all right, with that wide of a net, we'll collide with the Andromeda Galaxy by then. That'll be what does it. Fuck it. Dude, hold on. I was about to say something smart, and I've been brought down here. My prediction for the next extinction is just solar flare. It's boring, and it'll be the blink of an eye. The sun will just fart, and we'll be gone. It happens all the time. It just never points at us. The sun is sending out extinction event solar flares fairly regularly in the timeline of the universe. And if just one of those farts is pointed at us, we're just gone.
I heard there's a version of that where it doesn't kill us, but like everything electronic just like
It'd be an
fries.
EMP. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's already a thing that kind of happens now. There's been some recent flare-ups where like the government has to take certain things offline because if they're online when the solar flare hits, then they will be fried. But if you just turn it off during that, you're fine. Uh, but yeah, no, that is already a worry where like certain things mess up just a little bit.
I wouldn't even be able to look at the funny Twitter memes about it.
And
'Cause
that
it'd be
would
down.
yeah, that or there could also be what is it? Whenever a sun explodes and it goes, oh, I can't think of the word.
Supernova?
Not supernova, but when it goes straight liney, it turns into like this rotating disc that just spits out pure fucking power and energy out of both ends. Um, that's another thing that could be hundreds of light years away, and if it just one of those ends is pointed at us, we just get fried instantly. So,
Well, that's fine. I don't give a shit about the future. As long as nothing happens to the moon in the next 100 years, I'll be fine.
so to answer the question, Woniel, I would go 2 weeks in the past, and Teal would go where exactly?
I would go. If I could describe an event, I would want to go to the next extinction event.
And you have to be there for 7 years, though. So you have to survive the next event for 7 years.
Okay,
before
7 years
come back.
before the extinction event.
Okay, so you just barely see a frame of it. And you go, oh, fuck! And then you get ripped back.
I get
That
to
would be
see the end of our society, whenever that is, and then see what does it, and then go back maybe thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years, millions of years, and just be like, well, that shit's gonna suck.
I mean, there is sort of like a pincer move happening where do we get enough people off planet before that next event happens to where, like, no matter what, we're all kind of out there? I think that's ideal. I think that would be
There's
pretty
nowhere to
neat.
go.
There's places to go. There's
nowhere
Titan.
to go.
We could go to Titan.
It's far.
Titan, I believe, is the largest moon that orbits Saturn and has the most amount of water in our solar system, even with Earth included. So, we'd probably go to Titan. Mars is also cool.
What about Lucen?
I don't get it. I don't. Oh, shut the fuck up, you idiot! I thought you were making like a weird Attack on Titan character reference. Like, is there somebody named Lucen? You fucking idiot. Dear okay. Carson, who wore the kimono earlier and was being weird, said the police are outside banging on my door and the bodies are starting to stink. What are my options? How do you get rid of a body?
You know, hear me out. Cannibalism, but I think we should do more stuff to people on their deathbed.
Yeah.
I think if somebody's on their deathbed and they're about to die, they should be allowed to do meth or eat a human. Like if we know for a fact they're going to be dead in one day, we should get to do more crazy stuff.
To them, or they get to choose more crazy stuff?
They get to do more crazy
Oh, okay.
stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm not saying we should eat a terminal person. I'm saying a terminal person gets to eat
We're
meat.
there with a knife and a pitchfork. That sounds yeah, just eating the evidence probably makes the most sense. Your issue though is you would eat 3 bites and then be done with it and throw it in the trash can, and then somebody would stumble on it. I don't kill somebody and then you won't have a stinking body. That's
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Just sell them sell them a mattress. You fool, you silly goose. Ooh, this is a good one. I write to you because I got accidentally addicted to caffeine. I don't know how to help me. Please tell me, what are my options? Thanks, Coffee2143. Good. Welcome to society.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to keep up, I would say if you're below the age of 30 and you have a caffeine addiction, good. You need it. You're going to get left behind without it. So long as you make a promise that post 30s, you'll deal with it. So long as you be like, I'll deal with this later, and you actually will. That's my plan. Because right now, if I didn't have caffeine, oh my god, I would have. If I didn't have my coffee, I would have got out of bed today. I don't even drink
Coffee
that.
spelt backwards is EFOC. I. Which is funny.
Stress spelled backwards is desserts. I was not ready for that.
I think at the end of the day, the easiest way to break addiction is to get addicted to something more addicting.
Oh, so what are you suggesting? They
Crack!
Crack! Cocaine! Ludes! Quaaludes!
You get hooked on crack, and then eventually cocaine won't do it. You'll quit the caffeine. Eventually, you're gonna have to find something more addicting than crack to break the crack habit.
Yeah. I'm looking at a lot of crack on your screen right now.
Yeah.
A lot of crack on my mind. For the audio listeners, Teal has a little green screen effect, and behind him is a gelatin Patrick the Star that just keeps getting the shit rubbed out of it, slapping it. It's cheeked up. They keep adding powders and lubes, and the hands are rubbing it, slapping the crack. It's a lot
Love when he
crack.
rips it open.
I would say commit to the caffeine addiction for now, with and be like, I'll deal with this later. But don't also give yourself the sugar addiction. Like, don't get your caffeine from energy drinks. Like, there are healthier ways to get caffeine if you want to be addicted to caffeine that are reasonable for a short amount of time in your life.
When I was working the first shift at my last job, some of my coworkers were genuinely having 2 energy drinks a day. And I'm just like, that can't be good.
No. That's why my choice is either Diet Dew or a very just strong coffee without all the bells and whistles on it. Because otherwise you're getting addicted to the bull testosterone, the horse piss, red 40. That's not good.
You could also just sleep more.
That's bars. That is bars right there.
It's very fun to stay up and say 6 hours will be enough. But just maybe just sleep more. Don't stay up.
So your advice is go to bed. My advice is get more addicted, honestly. just really commit to it. Push breaking the addiction down the line when it's much harder to break. Yeah.
Do both. Get 12 hours of sleep,
really good
and the
idea.
second you wake up, shitload of coffee.
Yeah,
if you're
drinking caffeine, the other thing is don't drink caffeine like more than 8 hours before bed, I think is an important rule. Are you one of those people that you have a soda just right next to your bed when you go to bed?
I don't know what it is with caffeine for me. Coffee makes me tired.
Interesting. Well, what are you getting? Like a frappuccino with caramel and ribbons and
no, just like black coffee.
Just straight black coffee makes you tired?
It's like an overflow thing. It like knocks me out.
Interesting. My issue with coffee is it feels like I'm on a roller coaster, but I'm still tired. If I drink like I have to be really if I drink crazy like I don't drink caffeine because I'm tired. I drink caffeine to focus because otherwise I have trouble focusing. But if I'm tired and genuinely didn't get enough sleep and I drink caffeine, I just feel like a zombie being pulled by a rope at Mach speed. I just feel like I'm having a panic attack and I'm tired.
That's how I felt today. Most of my work shifts are 6:15 to 4:15 in the morning. And now one day a week they want me to come in at 10 a.m. So I have to completely upend everything one day of the week. This whole morning I was so damn tired. And it's like I got off at 8 o'clock today and I don't go until 6 tomorrow. That's 22 hours between shifts. I'm like, that's crazy. So,
Is 22 hours between shifts that crazy? I think that's beyond normal. I think that's a very normal work schedule.
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, I think the default is 24 hours between each shift. If you start work at 10 a.m. every day, you're going 24 hours between shifts.
Like tomorrow, I'll be going to work, and 2 hours into my shift, my first break is when I would have went home today. I don't know. Jobs. Don't get a job. Don't get a job.
Don't get a job.
Don't
Our
work.
advice for your caffeine addiction is be unemployed. Then you can't afford
Yeah,
the caffeine.
If you need caffeine, it's for a reason. Don't give yourself a reason to need caffeine. Don't get a job. Don't go to school. Okay. What if we invented giant centers with thousands of beds and people could choose to not work, not do anything, and you just go and sleep?
Isn't that just like the local homeless park?
It's basically that, but we give them shelter and beds, and we're like, listen, no worries. Good night.
You just suck him in.
there's an employee there that tucks everybody in.
I can't comprehend what
sleep.
you're. What are you? I don't know what you solved. You're like, we have a caffeine addiction problem, so we need free beds. If people would just lay the fuck down, they wouldn't need caffeine.
Giant buildings filled with thousands of beds, and you can just stay there and sleep.
Okay, what if they want to leave? Are they allowed to leave?
No. Once you enter the building, you cannot leave.
It's like yeah, we have to do the severance procedure before they go in. So one of their selves is constantly awake and the other self is just dreaming. Honk me. This one says, long-time listener, second-time emailer. I have a very important question for the both of you. Would you rather be a vampire or a werewolf? That's from Jester.
Werewolf, 100%. That's easy.
Is it?
Vampires can't eat. Vampires can't drink. Can't go out in the day. Can't go into buildings without
vampires
invites.
can eat and drink, just not food.
Only blood.
People. Yeah, right. Yeah. But do you never see them, like, did you watch Nosferatu? No? Oh, dude, when Nosferatu is sucking blood, he just comes. It's so good. If you watch the movie, every time he's sucking someone's blood, no matter who it is, he's equal opportunity. He just starts dry humping their leg. He gets so horny for it. That's the whole movie. He just dry humps like 6 different people and sucks their blood.
Well, I do that when I eat baby back ribs from Chili's, but I don't need to be a goddamn vampire.
I think the other
to enjoy it.
I think the other buff for werewolf is they have less stupid ways of dying. Like, I think werewolf is silver bullet and church oil, the church water. And then vampire is church water, garlic.
Yeah, vampire is so much. It's so much work. I think the only benefit of the vampire over the werewolf is that the vampire is immortality. You live forever until you die. Werewolf, you have your normal life, but once a month you're a big hairy freak.
Do werewolves just have a normal lifespan? Is it not expanded or anything? Or
I don't think werewolves
are they just a dude
immortal.
that like is a furry once a month? That's kind of lame.
It's like you get bit by a werewolf and you're a werewolf. Vampires, apparently you get bit by a vampire. You need to drink a vampire's blood to like become a vampire. There's a lot of
rules are all over the place. Usually what I've seen with vampire is like if they suck you, you're a vampire. If they suck you dry, you're dead. I think if they leave a little blood in you after sucking you, you're a vampire.
I think you turn into like a zombie or a brainless husk or just an idiot.
Isn't werewolf just a breed? Like, how do you become a werewolf? I thought it was just
a breed. So what? I gotta bang a big sexy werewolf chick?
No, yeah, and your kid would be, but you wouldn't be. Like, it's just like that's what it is in Twilight. That's my whole knowledge of werewolves.
God, I wish I had a big hairy werewolf wife. God damn. God damn.
I think I want to say.
You ever see that movie Wolf Children? That's a good movie.
No, I've never seen Wolf Children.
That's a good.
Describe Wolf Children to me.
It's a girl and she bangs a werewolf, and then she has 2 kids that can switch between human and wolf at any time, and then her big stupid husband dies and she has to raise these kids and she doesn't know how, and it's really sad, and it's a good movie.
Okay.
God, I wish I had a big sexy werewolf wife.
So
God.
we're gonna watch Wolf Kids and Crank 1 and 2 after this. It's gonna be one of the best watch parties ever. We've got the movie channel over there. That would be some good bonus content. Oh fuck. When did we start filming this one? I feel like we've been at it for an hour and a half. This might be
an hour and 33 minutes.
Jesus Christ, this might be our longest episode yet. All right. God. Our podcasts, how are podcasts an hour? Every time we're done with a podcast, I'm like, I had hours worth more things than I could have discussed with Teal. But I feel like nobody wants to watch a 3-hour podcast.
We split this one into 2 episodes. We Gucci.
Now I would do 2 virtual, but I feel we got to do 2s when we're in person. That way it looks like we're in person more.
Yeah.
That's the balance we got to do. So you have any plans this weekend?
Work.
No, I was I was gonna say, you don't have any options. You've got work, so I've got to bring. I'm going camping, so hopefully I'll have some camping stories. My couch is getting delivered sometime in the next month. I got a Chapel Roan concert to go to next month. I've got, what are the 3 options I have? I have to take a photo. Pilk.
Let me write it. Let me write it for you. Pilk, which is milk and Pepsi.
Okay.
Blue hair person says Trey or Kyle.
Okay.
And last but not least, make a shitty TikTok. What is the make a shitty
satisfying
satisfying video.
Awesome. Love that for me. My wife's just gonna love living with me for the next week as I attempt to do the impossible. I don't know which one I want to go for. Because I don't want to panic. Because here's the problem. What if...
You panic, you're drinking Pilk on the last day.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, because what would happen is the easy task is just be on the lookout for blue-haired women that seem approachable.
God, that's my everyday life, man. Every day that's my goal.
And then I get one day till we film the podcast, and I either have to drink Pilk or in 5 minutes time film one of these satisfying videos with no time.
We're gonna go to Hobby Lobby and spend $120 on glitter and slime and jam, and then while you're walking out, a blue person's gonna walk out, somebody new from high school, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, hey, Trey."
I just wish it wasn't Pilk and it was like Kilk. Why does it have to be Pepsi? Could it be Coke? Does it have to be Pepsi? The Pepsi makes it sound worse to me for some reason. All right. Well, those are the options. We went through the email. You know the email. We've got the comments. Rate us 5 stars if you haven't already. Teal, do you have anything else you'd like them to do or know on the way out here?
Go.
The fair video, I saw some people 12 hours after we left the fair asking where the fair video was. We filmed on 3 different phones, at least like 4 hours of footage each. That's gonna take a minute for the editor.
People were asking for the unedited, and I'm like, it'll be so much floor footage. We just kept the cameras rolling just in case.
It'll be floor footage or doxing constantly. There's just so much of your license plate and our credit cards and all of that. So yeah, that's going to take a minute. It might not be the Monday after this podcast, but it will definitely at least be the Monday after that. We might film a little impromptu Monday video to fill the void, but that is that for that. This has been it is midnight right now. My wife is trying to sleep before her job in 6 hours. And
usually we do this early in the morning, but because of the fair,
we do this early in the morning? we do it at 2 in the afternoon, which we don't do because you delay until 5 in the afternoon. We do it at 5 in the afternoon.
The sun is still up. You know what I mean.
The sun is still up. So thank you guys for watching the What Are My Options podcast. Tell a friend about it. It's so easy to do. Check out this out. Goodbye.
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 Wow.
Ugh.